Before there was Heracles, before the 12 Labors, before he became a legend in his own right, there was a divine spark igniting his story. This is not just any tale of gods and mortals. This is the origin of a demigod, the birth of a hero who would one day be known by two names, Heracles and Hercules. In the ancient city of Thebes, within the opulent palace of his stepfather Amphitryon, a child was born who would forever change the course of Greek mythology. This child, Heracles, was no ordinary mortal. He was the son of Zeus, the king of the gods himself. Zeus, known for his many indiscretions, had taken a liking to Alcmene, a mortal princess. Through trickery and disguise, he convinced her to share his bed, resulting in the birth of Heracles. This divine lineage was not merely a curiosity. It set the stage for an epic conflict that would shape Heracles' entire life. Hera, the queen of the gods and wife of Zeus, was notorious for her jealousy and vengeance towards her husband's many lovers and their offspring. Her rage would become a defining force in the life of this demigod, causing endless strife and challenging labors to prove his worth. Even before Heracles drew his first breath, Hera's wrath was kindled against him. This divine animosity would follow him throughout his life, turning each of his accomplishments into a test of strength and cunning. The story of Heracles is not merely one of heroism, but also of the relentless pursuit by the goddess who sought to destroy him at every turn. Yet, amidst this tempestuous journey, there was another force guiding Heracles, the love and support of his divine father, Zeus. This dual influence, the wrath of Hera and the protection of Zeus, would shape every moment of his extraordinary life. As we delve deeper into this tale, you will discover how Heracles' divine heritage both burdened and empowered him, leading to the legendary labors that would make his name synonymous with heroism. This is not just a story of mythological heroes, it is a testament to the indomitable spirit of a demigod forged in the fires of divine conflict. But to understand Heracles fully, we must first explore the origins of his divine spark and the jealousy that would set his life on a collision course with destiny. Stay with us as we unravel this epic journey from birth to legend. Before we begin, a small request. Most of the people listening tonight aren't subscribed. If this channel has ever helped you drift off, take a moment to subscribe. It's free, it helps this channel more than you'd think, and you can always change your mind later. And if you feel like it, leave a comment telling me where in the world you're listening from and what time it is where you are. I love reading them. One more thing before we begin. I'm also a co-founder of a sleep app built to be the most affordable one out there. No ads, ever. Just sounds and stories made to help you sleep. It may not be released yet as this video goes up, but if you're watching a little later, it might be out by now. Just search for it, it should be easy to find. It works on iPhone, Android, and everything in between. Downloading it is the best way to support this channel. In the stillness of the night, as Heracles lay sleeping, Hera acted. She placed 2 serpents in his cradle, creatures meant to end his life before it had truly begun. These were no ordinary snakes, they were vipers sent by Hera herself, imbued with divine malice. Their cold bodies coiled around the infant, their fangs bared and ready to strike. Yet Heracles was not an ordinary child either. Born of Zeus's divine blood, he possessed a strength that belied his tender age. As the serpents attempted to crush him, Heracles gripped one in each hand and squeezed with all his might. The vipers thrashed and writhed, but they were no match for the infant's unyielding grip. Within moments, their bodies turned to lifeless coils, and Heracles was left holding the remnants of Hera's malevolence. Amphitryon, hearing the commotion, rushed into the room. He found his stepson unharmed, cradling the remains of the serpents. Astonished by this display of preternatural strength, he knew that Heracles was destined for greatness, but also for strife. News of Heracles' deeds spread through the palace, reaching the ears of Athena, goddess of wisdom and courage. Moved by his triumph over Hera's evil, she vowed to be a protector and guide to the young demigod. Athena's intervention would prove invaluable, as Heracles continued to face trials engineered by Hera's jealousy. But for now, the infant slept peacefully, his resilience already tested and proven. the serpents in the cradle marked the first of many obstacles that Heracles would overcome. His journey from mortal to demigod would be shaped not only by his divine lineage, but also by the love of Zeus and the enmity of Hera. One of Hera's most heinous acts was to drive Heracles into a state of madness. This madness would lead him down a dark path, one that would forever alter his life and the lives of those around him. The trigger for this madness was a cruel manipulation by Hera. As Heracles sought guidance from the Oracle of Delphi following a tragic event, he believed himself to be in a state of purity and clarity. Unbeknownst to him, Hera had cast an illusion over the oracle's words, twisting them into something sinister. She wanted Heracles to act out of blind rage and fury, not wisdom. Heracles, driven by this false guidance, committed a horrifying act. In his madness, he turned against those he loved most, his wife Megara and their children. The details of the tragedy are etched into the annals of Greek mythology. The sight of his beloved family lying lifeless at his hands would haunt Heracles forever. In a desperate attempt to find solace and understanding, Heracles sought the counsel of the Oracle of Delphi once more. This time, however, the oracle spoke the truth, a revelation that would set Heracles on a path towards redemption and atonement for his terrible deeds. The madness he experienced was not of his own making, but a dark curse laid upon him by Hera. This knowledge would be the first step in Heracles' journey to reclaim his heroic status and overcome the trials set before him. And so, the stage was set for the 12 Labors, a series of tests that would define Heracles' legacy and prove his worth as a demigod. His journey to demigod status was marked by a series of trials known as the 12 Labors. Ordered by King Eurystheus of Tiryns, these labors were seemingly impossible tasks designed to test Heracles' limits. Eurystheus, son of Sthenelus and Nisippe, was a mortal favored by Hera to cleanse the world of monsters from a previous era. Among these monstrous beasts were creatures like the Nemean Lion, which Heracles was tasked to slay. The Nemean Lion, known for its impenetrable fur, was said to be unkillable by ordinary means. Heracles' victory over this beast was not just a test of strength, but also of ingenuity and strategy. Each of the 12 labors presented a similar challenge to overcome obstacles that seemed insurmountable. These tasks were not merely trials of physical prowess, but also tests of resilience and determination. As Heracles embarked on each labor, his legend grew, becoming a symbol of perseverance and triumph over adversity. The Nemean Lion, with its impenetrable hide, is said to be a creature of divine origin, perhaps a remnant from an ancient mythical battle or a test set by the gods themselves. Heracles sets out, armed with nothing but his wit and brute strength. He searches the beast's lair, knowing that he must find a way to subdue it without relying on conventional weapons. In a daring move, Heracles enters the lion's den and finds the beast asleep. He approaches cautiously, knowing that this might be his only chance to overpower it. With a swift motion, Heracles wraps his powerful arms around the lion, gripping tightly to prevent it from escaping. The struggle is intense, the lion roars and thrashes, trying desperately to break free. But Heracles' strength is unyielding. He holds on, refusing to let go until the beast finally tires and falls silent. In a final act of cunning, Heracles uses his bare hands to strangle the lion. The mighty beast perishes under his grip, proving that even the seemingly invincible can be overcome. This first labor sets the stage for Heracles' journey. His strength and cunning have triumphed over an unyielding foe, demonstrating that even divine challenges can be conquered. In the realm of Greek mythology, a creature called the Lernaean Hydra was causing chaos in the swamps and marshes near Lake Lerna. This monster was no ordinary beast. It possessed an extraordinary ability that made its destruction seem nearly impossible. The Lernaean Hydra was a formidable foe with multiple heads that could regenerate. For every head cut off, 2 more would grow in its place. This Hydra was a constant threat to the local population and their livestock, making life in the region increasingly difficult. Heracles, with his newfound strength and cunning, was tasked by King Eurystheus to defeat this seemingly unstoppable monster as his second labor. To confront the Hydra, Heracles travelled to Lake Lerna, seeking out its marshy lair. Upon finding the Hydra, Heracles faced a dilemma. He could not simply cut off its heads one by one, as this would only cause more heads to grow. Undeterred, Heracles employed a strategy that showcased his ingenuity and cunning. He used a flaming torch to cauterize each neck after decapitating a head, preventing new heads from growing. With this methodical approach, Heracles was able to sever the regenerating heads and finally kill the Hydra. This second labor demonstrated Heracles' ability to tackle complex tasks with strategy and ingenuity, proving that even the most formidable foes could be conquered. But his journey through the 12 labors would bring him face to face with creatures far more ferocious and deadly. The fourth labor, for instance, required him to capture a beast that was a symbol of destruction and chaos. This was no ordinary beast, it was the Erymanthian Boar. A creature so wild and vicious it had laid waste to entire villages in the mountains of Arcadia. The boar's rage knew no bounds. Its tusks could gore through the strongest shields. Heracles would need more than just brute strength to capture this beast. He would need a plan and an ally. Enter Iolaus, Heracles' nephew and squire. Iolaus was no stranger to the dangers of mythical creatures, having helped Heracles in his previous labors. As they ventured into the mountains of Arcadia, Iolaus advised Heracles on how best to approach the boar. The key was not to confront it head-on, but to drive it towards a predetermined location. Their strategy involved using a poisoned arrow, a weapon powerful enough to take down even the most formidable of beasts. Heracles, with his exceptional strength and accuracy, was the perfect archer for this task. He could fire the arrow from a distance, avoiding the boar's deadly tusks. With Iolaus' guidance, Heracles tracked the boar through dense forests and steep cliffs. They found it raging in a clearing, its breath misting in the cold mountain air. Heracles raised his bow, took aim, and loosed the poisoned arrow with unerring precision. The arrow struck true, and within moments, the Erymanthian Boar's rampage came to an end. Its once wild eyes now glazed over in death. This labor highlighted Heracles' adaptability and teamwork, vital qualities for a demigod navigating the perils of his divine lineage and Hera's ceaseless machinations. These birds were no ordinary feathered creatures. They possessed razor-sharp beaks and a ferocity that made them a menace to any who dared enter their territory. Nestled in the dense woods of Arcadia, these avian terrors could not be approached without grave danger. Their sharp eyes and sharper talons made them a formidable foe for even the bravest of heroes. But Heracles was not your ordinary hero. His divine lineage and his indomitable spirit gave him an edge, even in the face of such adversity. With a bronze rattle given to him by Athena, goddess of wisdom and courage, Heracles prepared to confront the birds. This was no ordinary instrument. It possessed the power to emit a sound so piercing that it could disrupt the bird's aggressive frenzy. As he approached the wooded sanctuary of the Stymphalian Birds, Heracles let out a mighty clangor with his divine gift. The sound echoed through the forest, startling and disorienting the birds. The birds, unable to withstand the cacophony, took flight in a panic. Their once terrifying shrieks became shrill cries of alarm as they fled the scene. With the birds vanquished and their territory now safe for passage, Heracles had once again proven his mettle in the face of adversity. This labor highlighted not only Heracles' strength and cunning, but also his strategic alliance with Athena, whose gift had turned the tide of battle. In the shadowy halls of Tiryns, King Eurystheus sat upon his throne, plotting a labor for Heracles that would test his mettle and cunning. The 10th task he devised was to steal the Cattle of Geryon, a monstrous beast with 3 heads and 6 arms, dwelling in the distant western lands. Geryon's cattle were no ordinary beasts. They possessed hides of gold and hooves of bronze. These weren't mere livestock, but precious treasures guarded by a formidable adversary. Heracles, guided by the wisdom of Athena, set forth to this distant land. Their journey took them through treacherous paths, from the lush plains of Argos to the rugged cliffs overlooking the Mediterranean. Athena's counsel proved invaluable as they navigated the perils of the wilderness. She warned Heracles of the treacherous routes and hidden dangers that could thwart their mission. Upon reaching Geryon's land, Heracles employed a clever ruse. He shot an arrow from afar, striking one of the heads of Geryon, who was unsuspecting and unaware of their arrival. The beast, enraged by the sudden attack, charged after Heracles, who swiftly retreated into a dense thicket of trees, his footsteps leaving no trace behind. Geryon's fury was intense, but his 3 heads and 6 arms made him clumsy in the thicket. Heracles deftly led Geryon on a wild chase, ensuring that each of his attacks missed its mark. Finally, Heracles saw an opportunity and struck again, this time aiming for the beast's heart with a powerful blow that ended its life. With Geryon defeated, Heracles quickly rounded up the golden-hided cattle and began his journey back to Tiryns. The return trip was fraught with danger, but Athena's wisdom and Heracles' newfound cunning saw them through each challenge. They finally reached King Eurystheus, triumphant and laden with the golden treasure. King Eurystheus was taken aback by Heracles' successful completion of yet another labor, a testament to his growing prowess in stealth and subterfuge. But for Heracles, the journey was far from over, as he looked ahead to the remaining challenges that awaited him on his path to redemption. For Heracles, the path to redemption was paved with trials that tested not just his strength, but also his wit and cunning. One of his most formidable tasks was obtaining the golden apples from the garden of Hesperides. These were no ordinary apples. They were gifts to Hera on her wedding day, and she cherished them dearly. The garden of the Hesperides was guarded by a dragon named Ladon with 100 heads. Heracles' task seemed impossible. How could he even approach such a heavily guarded treasure? He used stealth and cunning, sneaking past the dragon while it slept. With the dragon asleep, Heracles plucked the golden apples with ease. And so, another labor was complete, demonstrating not just his strength, but also his stealth and strategic prowess. For Heracles, the realization of his tragic act strikes like a thunderbolt from the heavens. The weight of what he has done under the influence of Hera's curse bears down on him with crushing force. In the quiet moments after his terrible deed, Heracles grapples with the true nature of his actions. The curse of Hera, which has haunted him since birth, now reveals its full, devastating power. Through the 12 labors imposed on him by King Eurystheus at Hera's behest, Heracles embarks on a journey of atonement. From slaying the fearsome Nemean Lion to cleaning the stables of Aegean, Heracles proves himself a hero worthy of admiration. As he conquers each task, the shadow of his past actions begins to lift. In these triumphs, Heracles reclaims his dignity and honors the legacy of his divine parentage. And so, Heracles' journey from tragic act to heroic redemption comes full circle. His quest for redemption not only atones for his past mistakes, but also elevates him to the status of a demigod. After slaying the Nemean Lion and completing his 12 labors, Heracles stands at a crossroads of fate and divine destiny. The lion's skin, with its impenetrable golden fur, becomes Heracles' most prized possession. As he dons this cloak, it symbolizes his triumph over the mortal realm and his ascension towards divinity. Through his divine lineage and heroic deeds, Heracles embodies the ideal of a demigod. In this new status, he is worshipped and revered by the ancient Greeks. His legacy endures through stories passed down for generations, each tale an echo of his extraordinary life. And so, Heracles' journey from mortal to demigod comes full circle, his divinity forever etched in the annals of Greek mythology. His tale serves as a reminder that even the most humble beginnings can lead to extraordinary destinies. Among the pantheon of Greek mythology, heroes like Perseus and Theseus have captured our imagination for centuries. These mortals, born of divine parentage, performed great deeds that echoed through the ages. But within this illustrious company stands one hero whose journey is uniquely shaped by the forces of the gods themselves. In Greek mythology, gods often played pivotal roles in heroic journeys, guiding, challenging, and sometimes even hindering their progress. Take Perseus, who, with the aid of Hermes, slayed the monstrous Medusa, or Theseus, whose journey to defeat the Minotaur was influenced by the goddess Athena. But with Heracles, divine intervention takes on a more complex and personal hue. Hera's unrelenting jealousy sets the stage for his legendary labors. Each labor was a mythological monument in itself, from slaying the unkillable Nemean Lion to vanquishing the monstrous Lernaean Hydra. But beyond these individual exploits lies a deeper significance. The labors were a testament to the human spirit's ability to overcome divine obstacles. In a sense, Heracles' journey is not just about his personal triumph, but about humanity defying and transcending the whims of the gods. Even before Heracles' birth, Hera attempts to prevent his ascension. She sends 2 serpents into the baby's cradle in an attempt to kill him. However, young Heracles strangles them both with ease. As Heracles grows, his strength and accomplishments become a symbol of Zeus's infidelity. Hera's jealousy escalates into outright persecution, fueling the series of events that lead to Heracles' legendary labors. The Oracle at Delphi provides guidance to Heracles as he navigates these challenges, reminding him of his divine lineage and the trials ahead. Each labor is a testament to both Heracles' might and Hera's vindictiveness. From slaying the Nemean Lion to wrestling the Erymanthian Boar, Heracles faces trials designed to humble him. The culmination of these labors is not just a demonstration of strength, but also a journey towards acceptance and redemption, as Heracles seeks to reconcile with his divine heritage. In the end, Heracles' triumph is not just about overcoming Hera's wrath, but also about transcending the limitations of mortality. The story of Heracles serves as a reminder that even in the face of divine wrath, human resilience and determination can lead to greatness. But who is this extraordinary hero? This divine lineage sets Heracles apart from other heroes of his time, such as Perseus or Achilles. While these heroes have their own unique stories and accomplishments, none possess the same direct connection to the divine realm that Heracles does. His status as a demigod is not merely a title, but a driving force behind his journey. It is this divine lineage that shapes the course of Heracles' life, from his birth in Thebes to his legendary 12 labors. Through these challenges and triumphs, he demonstrates a resilience and determination that transcends the limitations of both the mortal and divine worlds. His journey serves as a testament to the power of his lineage and the unique role he plays in Greek mythology. Heracles' journey through the 12 labors is more than just a tale of mythological heroism. It has left an indelible mark on various aspects of human culture, shaping art, literature, and philosophy. The impact of Heracles' labors can be seen across centuries and continents. In the realm of visual arts, Heracles is a common motif. He has been depicted by artists such as Botticelli, who captured his struggle with the Nemean Lion in vivid detail. These images are not merely decorative, but often carry symbolic weight. Literature has also been deeply influenced by Heracles' story. His labors have provided themes and metaphors for writers to explore human resilience and the struggle against insurmountable odds. For instance, in modern times, his journey has been compared to the trials of everyday life, serving as an allegory for perseverance. Philosophers have found rich ground in interpreting the labors of Heracles. Some view them as a path to self-discovery and enlightenment, while others see them as a reflection on the nature of heroism itself. The diverse interpretations reflect the enduring relevance of his story. In contemporary culture, Heracles' legacy continues to resonate. His name has been adopted for various entities, from sports teams to space missions. The Mars rover Perseverance carried a plaque depicting Heracles as part of its mission insignia, symbolizing the exploration and perseverance that both the rover and the hero embody. Beyond being a symbol of strength and endurance, Heracles' story has been used to teach moral lessons throughout history. His journey from mortal to demigod exemplifies the idea that with determination and courage, one can overcome even the most formidable challenges. This narrative serves as an inspirational guide for many. Thus, the myth of Heracles is more than just a fascinating tale from ancient times. It is a testament to the enduring power of stories to shape our culture and inspire us. The impact of Heracles' labors extends far beyond their original mythological context, touching various aspects of human endeavor and achievement. His journey serves as a reminder that the struggles we face can lead to great triumphs and personal growth. The lessons from Heracles' labors continue to echo through time, making his story one of the most enduring in Greek mythology. And so, the tale of Heracles not only entertains, but also offers profound insights into the human condition. His labors are a symbol of the potential within us all to overcome adversity and emerge stronger. This is the enduring legacy of his journey. To fully grasp the heroic journey of Heracles, it's essential to understand his relationship with Athena, the goddess of wisdom and strategic warfare. Athena played a crucial role in guiding Heracles through his labors, starting from the very beginning of his quest. Athena advised Heracles to use a poisoned arrow to burn the neck of each head after he had severed them. With Athena's strategic counsel and divine intervention, Heracles was able to defeat this seemingly invincible foe. Later in his labors, when confronted with the immense and dangerous Caledonian boar, Heracles once again sought Athena's guidance. The boar, a creature of immense strength and ferocity, was another challenge where human might alone would prove insufficient. Athena helped Heracles to lure the beast into a trap, allowing him to subdue and ultimately kill it. Through her divine wisdom and strategic acumen, Athena enabled Heracles to complete these daunting tasks. Their alliance underscores the power of divine assistance in countering Hera's jealousy and advancing Heracles towards his redemption. This journey not only highlights the supernatural aid crucial to overcoming extraordinary challenges, but also illuminates the resilience of the human spirit. This mythical creature represents power and virility in ancient Greek culture. The origins of the Cretan bull can be traced back to a tale involving Zeus and Europa. Zeus, in his quest for Europa's affection, transformed himself into a magnificent white bull. As the story goes, Zeus carried Europa across the sea to Crete, where their love affair flourished. Their union resulted in the birth of 3 significant children, Minos, Rhadamanthus, and Sarpedon. Minos, the eldest of Zeus's children with Europa, became the legendary king of Crete. The bull that carried Zeus to Crete was revered as a symbol of royal power and divine lineage. The tale of the Cretan bull is more than just a myth, it's rich in symbolism. In ancient Greek culture, the bull represented masculine strength and divine favour. Heracles' labour of capturing the Cretan bull is not merely a test of strength, but a rite of passage. By facing and overcoming this symbol of royal authority, Heracles demonstrates his own divine potential. The Cretan bull's capture is a narrative of transformation and the acceptance of divine heritage. Through this labour, Heracles' journey from mortal to demigod is affirmed. As Heracles ventured forth on his divine journey, guided by the whims of Zeus and tormented by the wrath of Hera, he encountered a force unlike any other. Deep in the heart of Themyscira, a land ruled by the formidable Amazons, lived Queen Hippolyta. These warrior women, skilled in combat and renowned for their prowess, were said to be descended from the god Ares himself. Heracles' reputation preceded him, a mortal turned demigod on a mission to prove his worth. Queen Hippolyta, intrigued and perhaps drawn by the challenge, offered Heracles a gift, her own girdle, a symbol of her power and status. The girdle was no mere adornment, but an emblem of the Amazons' strength and unity, a physical testament to their might. To accept it would be to align himself with these warrior women, drawing on their power as he faced further trials. Heracles' journey was one of transformation, and his interactions with powerful female figures like Hippolyta played a pivotal role in shaping him. Each encounter pushed him to grow, to adapt, and to embrace both his mortal and divine heritage. The girdle became more than just a trophy. It was a reminder of the complex interplay between the gods and the mortals they sought to control and guide. And so, Heracles continued on his path, each step fortified by the lessons learned from those he encountered. From the warriors of Themyscira to the divine realms above, his journey was one of constant evolution and growth. And as the gods looked on, they saw not just a hero, but a symbol of unity and resilience, forged in the fires of challenge and tempered by the bonds he formed. In the depths of ancient Greek mythology, Cerberus stands as one of the most formidable figures, a monstrous hound with 3 heads, tasked with guarding the gates of the underworld. His presence signals a boundary not to be crossed lightly, a barrier between the living and the dead. This fearsome creature is born from the union of 2 monstrous beings, Echidna, the half-woman, half-serpent mother of all monsters, and Typhon, a fearsome serpent with 100 dragon heads. From their coupling comes Cerberus, embodying the primal forces of chaos and destruction. Cerberus's role in the underworld is to prevent the living from entering and the dead from leaving. His 3 heads perpetually bark at intruders, ensuring no one crosses this threshold without proper authority. This formidable task underscores the finality of death and the separation between worlds. Yet, Cerberus is not merely a mindless guardian, he is also a representation of the dual nature of life and death. One head remains awake, vigilant during the day, while another sleeps, and the third alternates between the 2 states. Heracles, driven by the jealousy of Hera and the love of Zeus, must confront this formidable challenge. By taming Cerberus, he demonstrates his mastery over life and death, showing that even in the face of eternity, resilience and courage prevail. As Heracles tames the Hound of Hades, he stands as a beacon of hope and unity amidst chaos. This final labor illustrates the ultimate victory of resilience forged in the fires of challenge, tempered by love and bound by the indomitable spirit of humanity. As if to underscore his divine lineage, Heracles exhibits extraordinary strength even as an infant. When Hera sends serpents to kill him in his cradle, he strangles them with his bare hands, demonstrating a power far beyond that of any mortal child. Despite the jealous wrath of Hera, which will follow him throughout his life, Heracles' divine birthright ensures that he stands apart from other mortals. He is a bridge between 2 worlds, the realm of gods and the domain of men. This extraordinary beginning lays the foundation for Heracles' legendary journey through his 12 labors, a saga that will test his strength and resilience, ultimately leading to his redemption and acceptance as a demigod. With this divine spark igniting his destiny, Heracles embarks on his first task. One that will set the stage for his future as a hero bridging the mortal and divine realms. Athena, goddess of wisdom and warfare, played a pivotal role in Heracles' journey. While Hera's jealousy drove her to thwart the demigod at every turn, Athena saw potential in him, a mortal championed by Zeus himself. But Athena intervened. She offered her wisdom and cunning to Heracles, guiding him through the labyrinthine paths that led to the lion's lair. With Athena's help, Heracles devised a plan. He blocked off one of the cave's entrances and waited for the lion to emerge through the other. When the mighty beast finally appeared, Heracles sprang into action. He wrestled with the lion, using his incredible strength to subdue it. The battle was fierce, but Athena's guidance never wavered. She stood by Heracles, ensuring he could overcome the creature's formidable might. With a final, powerful squeeze, Heracles strangled the lion and dragged its lifeless body back to King Eurystheus, completing his first labor. Athena's aid proved invaluable once again. As Heracles battled the Hydra, she provided crucial support, advising him to cauterize each severed head with a burning torch. This strategic move prevented new heads from sprouting and allowed Heracles to ultimately defeat the beast, demonstrating divine favor in his quests. Through Athena's wisdom and unwavering support, Heracles navigated the treacherous path from mortal to demigod. His triumphs underscored the divine favor he enjoyed, despite Hera's relentless jealousy. As Heracles continued his journey, the role of Athena in guiding and protecting him highlighted the complex dynamics between the gods, showing that even divine politics could shape a hero's destiny. With Athena's guidance and support, Heracles was poised to complete his labours and earn the place he deserved in both the mortal and divine realms. One of the most intriguing aspects of Heracles' labours is his quest for the golden apples, a task that carries profound symbolism in Greek mythology. These golden apples are not mere fruits, but symbols of immortality and eternal youth, deeply revered in ancient Greek culture. According to myth, the goddess Hera tended these trees herself, making them sacred and inseparable from her divine status. The quest for the golden apples becomes a metaphor for Heracles' struggle against the limits imposed on him by mortality and the whims of the gods. With Athena's guidance, Heracles managed to temporarily incapacitate Ladon, allowing him to pluck one of the golden apples. This act can be seen as a defiance of Hera's domain and an assertion of Heracles' own divine nature, earned through his labours rather than by birthright alone. The golden apples represent more than just a physical challenge. They embody the very essence of divinity and the promise of eternal life. In securing these apples, Heracles achieves a symbolic triumph over death itself, bringing him one step closer to his ultimate goal of immortality and divine recognition. Amidst these trials, Heracles faces an encounter with the Centaurs, creatures of both human and horse form. It begins at the wedding of Hippodamia, daughter of King Ixion, where wine flows freely. The Centaurs, known for their wild nature and love of wine, become unruly under its influence. They attempt to abduct the bride and other female guests, disrupting the peaceful celebration. Heracles, driven by his divine strength and the desire to protect the innocent, intervenes. With precision and might, he confronts the Centaurs, using his skill in archery to subdue them. The chaos subsides as Heracles restores order and rescues the captive women. This episode underscores another challenge faced by Heracles, driven by divine interference, adding to his trials. Her marriage to Zeus was tumultuous from the beginning, marked by his infidelities. Yet, Heracles survived and thrived, becoming a symbol of Zeus's power over Hera. Hera's jealousy did not abate, it intensified, fueling her persecution of Heracles. Heracles was forced to undertake the 12 labours as a test of his strength and loyalty. Each labour was a trial designed by Hera to either cripple or kill Heracles. Despite the insurmountable challenges of his 12 labours, Heracles was not alone in his quest for glory and redemption. Among the most critical were the divine allies who lent their support to him. With her counsel, he managed to outwit monsters that were otherwise unstoppable. Heracles' success was not merely a testament to his own strength, but also the strategic prowess of Athena's guidance. Hermes, messenger of the gods and trickster par excellence, also offered his assistance to Heracles. His cunning and speed were invaluable assets as Heracles navigated the treacherous paths of his labours. Together, these Olympian alliances shaped Heracles' journey from a mortal to a demigod revered for his heroism and valour. Without their support, Heracles might have faltered or even perished in his quest to prove himself worthy of the gods' recognition. Thus, the crucial role of divine intervention cannot be overstated in the completion of Heracles' 12 labours. Despite his divine lineage, Heracles was born into a world of mortal struggles and hardships. His relationships with mortals were deeply rooted in this reality, marked by both triumphs and tragedies. The jealousy of Hera, driven by Zeus's infidelity, cast a long shadow over Heracles' life. It was this divine interference that ultimately led to his most devastating moments. In a fit of madness induced by Hera, Heracles killed his wife Megara and their children, a stark reminder of the fragility of mortal existence. Yet, amidst these trials, it is Heracles' humanity that shines brightest. His resilience, his love for family and friends, and his determination to overcome even the most insurmountable tasks make him a hero we can relate to. His labours were not merely feats of strength and courage, but also tests of his character, his resolve, and his very essence as a mortal with divine blood. In the end, it is this balance between divinity and humanity that defines Heracles' character and makes his story so compelling. Hera's jealousy sets the stage for Heracles' journey, but his legacy far outlives this conflict. Even after completing the 12 labors and becoming a demigod, Heracles remains a figure of enduring fascination in Greek culture. His story resonates through the ages, influencing art, literature, and philosophy. The Nemean Lion, for example, becomes a symbol of unconquerable strength in Greek mythology. Artists depict Heracles' labors on vases and pottery, celebrating his triumphs over adversity. Philosophers explore the themes of his life, the struggle between divinity and humanity, the nature of heroism. Over time, his story is retold and adapted in various forms, echoing through Greek society. Heracles' legend shapes Greek values and ideals: strength, courage, perseverance. The enduring influence of Heracles on Greek culture is a testament to the power of his journey and the lessons it imparts. Heracles' legacy is one of resilience, heroism, and the indomitable spirit that lives on in the hearts of Greeks. Hera's wrath was not just a petty affair, it had real, tangible consequences. She used her divine powers to harass Heracles throughout his life, from trying to kill him as an infant to driving him mad and causing him to commit tragic acts against his own family. Illuminating this deeper context helps us appreciate the true magnitude of Hera's jealousy and Zeus's unwavering support. It reveals a story not just of a hero's trials, but of a family's dynamics, a dynasty's power plays, and the enduring legacy that Heracles would come to embody for generations to follow. In the heart of Greece, there is a place where mortals seek counsel from the gods themselves, an ancient sanctuary known as the Oracle of Delphi. Long before Heracles set out on his journey to prove himself a true hero, the Oracle had been revered as the most important prophetic site in all of Greek culture. It was here that kings and commoners alike would come to receive divine guidance, for it was believed that the Pythia, the high priestess of Apollo, could speak directly with the gods themselves. The Oracle of Delphi held immense power, not just over individual lives, but over entire kingdoms and their destinies. Among these labors was the task of slaying the fearsome Nemean Lion, a beast with impenetrable golden fur. The oracle's words guided Heracles on how to approach this seemingly insurmountable challenge. With the lion defeated and skinned, Heracles donned its pelt as a symbol of his victory. This act was more than just a trophy. It marked a crucial step in his journey towards becoming not just a hero, but a demigod. But the Oracle of Delphi's prophecies did more than guide Heracles through his labors. They also offered him a path towards redemption, a way to overcome the tragic mistakes of his past. Through each task, Heracles not only proved his strength and cunning, but also showed that he could follow the divine will set forth by the gods. In this way, the Oracle of Delphi played a crucial role in transforming Heracles from a mortal man into a figure of legend, a demigod whose name would be remembered for generations. Heracles' fame and deeds resonated far beyond his personal journey, shaping the mythos and politics of Thebes. In this city, his legend was intertwined with the tales of other heroes and demigods. Among these figures was his half-brother Iphicles, who shared the same mortal mother but a different divine father. Heracles' exploits were celebrated in festivals and rituals that honored his strength and resilience. The city's rulers often invoked Heracles' name to bolster their authority, claiming lineage or divine favor. One such figure was King Creon, who ruled Thebes after the Labors of Heracles and used his legacy to consolidate power. Heracles' legend also influenced the city's culture, inspiring poets and storytellers to weave tales of his adventures. These stories became a part of the city's collective identity and were passed down through generations. Even after his tragic death at the hands of Hera's madness, Heracles' spirit continued to guide Thebes. His legend served as a reminder of the divine blessings and curses that shaped human lives. The Heraclidae, his descendants, carried on his heroic lineage and ensured that his name remained synonymous with strength and courage. In this way, the legacy of Heracles extended beyond his mortal life and continued to shape the city of Thebes. His story underscored the complex relationship between gods and mortals, highlighting both the blessings and curses that divine interference could bring. Heracles' heroic journey culminated in a divine ascension, not to the afterlife of ordinary mortals, but to the Elysian fields. Unlike mere humans whose spirits wander aimlessly after death, Heracles earned his place among the gods themselves, thanks to his extraordinary lineage and triumph over adversity. The Elysian Fields, often referred to as the Islands of the Blessed or the Fortunate Isles, were said to lie in the far western part of the Mediterranean Sea, where the sun sets. This celestial realm was reserved for those who had lived exceptionally virtuous lives or had been chosen by the gods for their heroism. This divine lineage and heroic accomplishments made Heracles stand out among mortals, earning him a place in the Elysian Fields. Unlike ordinary souls, who might face judgment or be condemned to Tartarus, Heracles was recognized for his deeds and welcomed into the abode of the gods. The Elysian Fields promised eternal happiness and respite from mortal trials, a fitting reward for one who had endured so much. There, among the company of gods and other distinguished heroes, Heracles could rest, no longer haunted by Hera's wrath, but celebrated for his valiant deeds. Heracles' journey from a mortal born of an earthly mother to a demigod, recognized in the celestial realm, highlights the profound impact of divine lineage and heroic actions. His story underscores the eternal recognition that true heroes, even amidst trials, can achieve. Hera's jealousy is not merely personal. It echoes a cosmic tension between the divine and mortal realms. Heracles, with his mortal mother and immortal father, straddles these two worlds. This tension reaches a boiling point when Hera tries to prevent Heracles' birth altogether. She sends serpents into the infant's cradle, seeking to end his life before it even begins. Yet, Heracles survives this assault, demonstrating early on his resilience and divine birthright. It is during these formative years that the stage for his future trials is set. Hera's relentless opposition is not just a story of divine spite, but a cosmic struggle for the balance between mortality and immortality, between the human and the divine. Heracles' rise from mortal to demigod is marked by Hera's jealousy at every turn. Yet, it is this very opposition that forges him into a hero whose name will echo through the ages. Athena, goddess of wisdom and courage, is a steadfast ally to Heracles. She guides him through his labors, offering strategic advice that turns the tide in crucial moments. Athena instructs Heracles to use the lion's own strength against him. With a mighty wrestling move, Heracles strangles the beast, proving that even the most formidable foes can be overcome with the right strategy. Another crucial ally is Iolaus, a mortal hero who accompanies Heracles on his later labors. His presence offers moral support and practical assistance that proves invaluable. The collective effort of these divine allies and mortal companions is what allows Heracles to complete his 12 labors and ultimately achieve redemption. Without their support, Heracles' journey would be fraught with insurmountable challenges. Their aid highlights the importance of divine allies in shaping a hero's destiny. As Heracles continues to prove himself, his story serves as a testament to the power of unity and the collective effort that often lies behind great achievements. Heracles' labors not only showcased his extraordinary strength, but also laid the foundation for many cultural narratives that have endured through time. The story of Heracles wrestling the Nemean Lion, an unkillable beast with golden fur, became a beloved myth. It taught ancient Greeks about courage and perseverance in the face of seemingly insurmountable challenges. The capture of the Lernaean Hind, a sacred deer with golden antlers, underscored the importance of respecting the divine and handling holy symbols with care. This myth has influenced religious practices and art throughout Greek culture. His cleaning of the Aegean stables, filled with years of accumulated manure, highlighted the virtue of hard work and dedication. This story has shaped work ethics in Greek society, emphasizing the value of diligence and perseverance. Heracles' theft of the mares of Diomedes, wild horses that drank human blood, demonstrated the power of control and taming unruly forces. This myth has been interpreted in various forms of art and literature, reflecting on the themes of domestication and mastery. The capture of the Cretan bull epitomized the importance of courage and bravery in overcoming dangerous beasts. This tale has been depicted in numerous artworks, reinforcing the values of valor and heroism in Greek culture. Heracles' journey to retrieve the golden apples from the Hesperides symbolized the pursuit of immortality and divine rewards. This story has inspired countless literary works, reflecting on themes of quests for eternal life and celestial blessings. His capture of Cerberus, the three-headed dog guarding the gates of Hades, showcased the ability to overcome death itself. This myth has been a significant motif in Greek art and literature, emphasizing the power of life over death. The final labor, cleaning the stables of King Augeas, was completed by diverting 2 rivers to wash away the manure in a single day. This feat showcased Heracles' ingenuity and resourcefulness, inspiring Greeks to value strategic thinking and innovation. Through these tales, Heracles became a cultural icon, embodying the virtues of strength, cunning, and perseverance. His legacy continues to be celebrated in art and literature, cementing his place as a cornerstone of Greek heritage. In every depiction of Heracles, from vases to grand sculptures, his labors are portrayed with a sense of awe and respect. Each feat is not merely an act of strength, but a lesson in overcoming adversity and achieving greatness. These stories have been passed down through generations, teaching the values of courage, wisdom, and determination. Heracles' journey has become a cornerstone of Greek mythology, further cementing his legacy as an exemplar of human potential. As we reflect on the cultural significance of Heracles' labors, it becomes clear that his journey is not just a tale of strength, but a blueprint for navigating life's challenges. His story reminds us that with determination and ingenuity, even the most daunting obstacles can be overcome. Thus, Heracles' journey through his 12 labors has left an indelible mark on Greek culture, shaping myths, practices, and values that continue to inspire us today. His legacy serves as a reminder of the power of perseverance and the enduring impact of heroic deeds. In the ancient pantheon of Greek gods, Hera is renowned as the queen of the gods and the wife of Zeus, the king of gods. Her domain encompasses marriage and childbirth, making her a pivotal figure in the lives of both mortals and deities. Athena's involvement in Heracles' journey was pivotal, marking critical moments where divine intervention shaped his destiny. During the labor to obtain the apples of the Hesperides, Athena played a crucial role that demonstrates her support and influence on Heracles' success. Heracles needed these golden apples to complete his final labor, a task that seemed insurmountable without divine aid. Enter Athena. She devised a strategy that would turn the tables on Ladon and secure the prize for Heracles. Under Athena's guidance, Heracles shot an arrow through the heart of Nereus, a sea god who knew the location of the Hesperides. With this knowledge, Heracles navigated to their secret garden. Once there, Ladon's serpentine form proved formidable, but Athena's wisdom was unyielding. She instructed Heracles on how to incapacitate each head individually as they were struck, ensuring none could regrow. With Athena's strategic help and unwavering guidance, Heracles managed to slay Ladon and retrieve the golden apples. This feat would not have been possible without her divine intervention. But Athena's assistance did not stop there. When Heracles faced his final labor to retrieve Cerberus, the three-headed dog of the underworld, without harming him, Athena again stepped in to help. In the underworld, Heracles met Cerberus, and Athena guided his hands as he wrestled with the beast. Through this divine intervention, Heracles managed to subdue Cerberus without causing him harm. With Cerberus defeated and his final labor completed, Heracles ascended from the underworld victorious. The divine assistance from Athena played a crucial role in shaping his triumph over adversity. Heracles' triumphant ascent from the underworld marked a pivotal moment in Greek philosophy, igniting debates that would shape early thought for generations to come. Philosophers began to grapple with the nature of strength and courage, questioning whether these qualities were inherently human or could be bestowed by divine intervention. The story of Heracles served as a rich tapestry for exploring the concept of arete excellence or virtue, which the Greeks held in high regard. Heracles' labors demonstrated that arete was not merely a matter of physical prowess, but also required fortitude and wisdom, qualities that challenged the prevailing notions of heroism. Philosophers such as Socrates and Plato debated whether Heracles' divine parentage was a prerequisite for his extraordinary feats, or if arete could be cultivated by any mortal. This question of nature versus nurture resonated deeply within Greek thought, influencing their understanding of human potential and divine intervention in earthly affairs. Heracles' journey also sparked discussions on the role of suffering in achieving arete. His labors, imposed by a jealous Hera, were seen as a means to test and refine his character. The idea that adversity could be a catalyst for growth was a novel concept that would later inform the Stoic philosophy of enduring hardship with fortitude. In this way, Heracles' story not only entertained, but also provoked deep thought among ancient Greeks, laying the groundwork for philosophical inquiries that continue to resonate today. While Heracles' adventures have inspired generations, it is the artistic depictions of his labors that reveal much about how ancient Greeks perceived heroism and divine favor. From pottery to sculptures, the story of Heracles has been a favorite subject for artists throughout history. Early depictions often showcase his strength and courage, emphasizing his divine parentage. For example, in ancient pottery, Heracles is frequently depicted as muscular and heroic, engaging in feats that seem almost superhuman. Sculptures from the classical period often highlight his triumphs over mythical creatures, like the Nemean Lion and the Hydra. These artworks not only celebrate Heracles' prowess, but also serve as reminders of the divine favor bestowed upon him by Zeus. As we move into the Hellenistic period, paintings begin to capture Heracles in more intricate detail. These depictions often explore the emotional depth of his journey, showing him not just as a hero, but also as a mortal grappling with divine challenges. Painters like Polygnotus and Apelles portray Heracles in moments of quiet reflection, illustrating the mental and emotional labor behind his physical triumphs. These artistic choices offer insights into how ancient Greeks understood heroism, not merely as physical strength, but also as a battle of will and determination. Through these depictions, Heracles becomes more than just a demigod. He embodies the ideal of human potential and resilience in the face of adversity. The enduring popularity of these artistic interpretations highlights the lasting cultural impact of Heracles as a symbol of heroism and divine favor in Greek art. His story continues to inspire artists today, reminding us that true heroism is not just about physical strength, but also about the inner struggle and triumph. In this way, the artistic depictions of Heracles serve as a visual narrative that not only entertains, but also provokes deep thought about the nature of heroism and divine favor. Beyond the visual depictions, Heracles' legacy has left an enduring mark on storytelling and culture across various traditions. From Greek theatre to Roman adaptations, his legend continues to captivate audiences. The story of Heracles' children, grappling with the consequences of their father's actions, serves as a poignant reminder of the far-reaching impact of heroic endeavors. His adventures are often recounted to illustrate the power of human determination and resilience. In these narratives, Hercules becomes a symbol of unyielding strength that transcends cultures. Across various folktales and myths, Heracles' legacy is woven into stories that celebrate bravery and overcoming adversity. His exploits serve as blueprints for heroic journeys in countless narratives. From the Nemean Lion to the Lernaean Hydra, each of his 12 labors has become a cultural touchstone for courage and perseverance. In many cultures, the story of Heracles is told to instill values of strength and resilience in young minds. His journey from mortal to demigod underscores the power of human potential and the enduring legacy of heroic deeds. Through these stories, Heracles' name has become synonymous with extraordinary strength and unwavering determination. His legacy serves as a testament to the timeless allure and enduring influence of heroic narratives on human imagination. Heracles' journey is one of the most enduring tales in Greek mythology, a story that has captivated the imagination for centuries. But what makes this hero's saga so timeless? One key aspect is his pursuit of immortality, a quest shaped by the divine intervention and human frailty. In the aftermath of this horrific incident, Heracles sought guidance from the Oracle of Delphi, a sacred site that provided wisdom and direction to those in need. The oracle advised him on how to atone for his sins and regain his honor. The Greek belief in the afterlife posits that heroes, such as Heracles, can achieve a form of immortality through their myths and legends. Each heroic deed and tragic mistake adds layers to their story, etching their names into history's tapestry. Through his 12 labors, Heracles not only proved himself worthy of divine status, but also secured his place in the pantheon of Greek heroes. His feats became parables that taught future generations about courage, resilience, and the struggle against overwhelming odds. Heracles' quest for redemption and immortality isn't just a personal journey, it's an enduring legacy that continues to inspire and teach us about the complexities of heroism, resilience, and divine intervention. Heracles' journey to demigod status begins with his unique heritage, a blend of divine and mortal bloodlines. This divine lineage set Heracles apart from the start, destining him for greatness despite his mortal origins. Amphitryon, a mortal king of Tiryns and Oechalia, was tricked by Zeus into believing he had fathered Heracles. Heracles' half-brother Iphicles was born later that same night, fathered by Amphitryon himself. Their different parentages created a clear distinction between the two brothers. Iphicles was entirely mortal, while Heracles carried the blood of Zeus. Heracles' divine lineage made him a symbol of the complexity of heroism, as he grappled with both his mortal weaknesses and his godly strengths. This legacy continues to resonate today, teaching us about resilience, divine intervention, and the intricate dance between gods and mortals. One of these labors was retrieving the belt of Hippolyta, queen of the Amazons. The belt, a symbol of her reign and strength, held immense value for Heracles' patron, Eurystheus. To obtain this prize, Heracles had to travel to the distant land of the Amazons. There, he encountered a culture of fierce warrior women who were not easily swayed. Heracles was tasked with capturing and bringing back one of their fiercest warriors, Hippolyta herself. This labor tested his diplomatic skills as much as his combat prowess. Another notable labor was capturing the Cattle of Geryon, a creature with 3 bodies and 3 heads. This monster grazed in the far-off lands of Erythea. Heracles had to journey across vast seas, facing treacherous waters and unknown terrains, before finally reaching the shores of Erythea. There, he confronted Geryon and managed to capture his prized cattle. This task not only required physical strength, but also a keen strategic mind to outwit the triple-bodied beast. But perhaps the most challenging of these unseen labors was capturing Cerberus, the 3-headed guardian of the underworld. This task required Heracles to descend into the realm of Hades himself. Heracles had to navigate the dark and dangerous paths of the underworld, facing ghosts and other terrors before finally meeting Cerberus. Using his cunning and strength, Heracles managed to subdue Cerberus without harming him, demonstrating a mastery of both combat and restraint. These unseen labors, while often overlooked, are essential to understanding Heracles' transformation from mortal to demigod. They showcase his growth in skill, determination, and wisdom. As we delve deeper into these tales, we see how each challenge honed Heracles, preparing him for the greater battles and adventures that lay ahead. And so, the story of Heracles continues to unfold, filled with unparalleled determination, divine intervention, and the enduring spirit that makes him one of the greatest heroes in Greek mythology. From the very beginning, Heracles' name has carried a profound significance that transcends his mortal origins. But what is the true origin of this powerful moniker? The name Heracles is derived from the goddess Hera herself, who ironically plays a crucial role in shaping his destiny. Despite her antagonism towards him, Hera's influence on Heracles' life is undeniable. At first glance, it might seem paradoxical that the name of a demigod who faces so much adversity at Hera's hands would be linked to her. Yet, this connection underscores the deeper symbolism behind Heracles' rise. In ancient Greek culture, names were not merely labels, but embodiments of essence and destiny. Heracles' name reflects his divine parentage and the challenges he overcomes through sheer willpower. As we delve deeper into his story, it becomes clear that Heracles' triumphs are not just a display of physical prowess, but also a testament to his spiritual resilience. Each labor he undertakes serves as a symbolic rite of passage, solidifying his heroic identity despite the ongoing obstacles placed by Hera. In this sense, Heracles' name is not just an identifier, but a prophetic title that foreshadows his legendary status. Understanding the origins of Heracles' name deepens our appreciation for the symbolic significance behind his epic journey from mortal to demigod.